Do you want to introduce yourself, Rhonda, and tell us about yourself?
Sure. I am Rhonda. I'm a professor at Cal Poly here in San Luis Obispo. I'm an author, a fitness freak, and the executive director of Dream Makers in San Luis Obispo, which Canon is on our board. Yeah. So, and author of a couple of books.
Which books? Tell us about your books.
You're Only Young Twice, Little Miss Merit Badge, a kid's book called Seal with a Kiss, and then my new book's coming out in spring, and it's called My Feet, F-E-A-T-S, My Feet's in These Shoes. So.
And can you tell us about Dream Makers?
Dream Makers is a local organization that we formed to make dreams come true for terminally ill adults in our community who, for one reason or another, and generally it's financial, had a lifelong dream and haven't been able to make it happen, and their life is been cut down short to a year or less. And so we come in and find out what those dreams are, anything from meeting a local celebrity or somebody like George Strait or Tina Turner, Blake Shelton, or going someplace with somebody that you love, like going to Washington, D.C. to take your 7-year-old son, or to take your whole family salmon fishing, or up to Yosemite. So we've only been in existence not quite 3 years, and we've already made close to 25 dreams come true for people in our community, adults in our community. So
it's amazing. It's great to be a part of it. It makes me emotional. It's a beautiful thing that you're doing.
Well, we try to say we're a bunch of good friends just trying to do good things.
We need more of that in the world.
Yeah, we do.
So thank you for doing this.
Absolutely. And I'm an often and happy ambiance patron.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I wanted to let our audience know, hopefully there's an audience who knows, that the reason we're doing this is we're kicking off our wellness month or wellness quarter. We're going to try to do this through December. We realize now more than ever that how important wellness is. Obviously, we just all went through a pandemic and experienced how fragile all of our lives are, and our health especially. And I think there's a lot that we can do that we're not doing, maybe because we need the reminding or because we don't make the time. And so I wanted to invite you here to talk about things that we can do to take care of our beauty, specifically our inner beauty. We work a lot on our outer beauty. I know that I am due for some touch-ups on my gray. And I know
we need touch-ups in one way or another right now. So
all of us take a lot of time to work on the outside. And so I do think we all need reminding how important it is for us to work on the inside as well. And I thought you were the perfect person to talk about that.
Wow, thank you. And I'm thrilled to be part of your kickoff. I think it's really important that one of the reasons I wanted to be out here at the beach to talk about this thing is if I look out my window now, I see the ocean, to as far as the horizon can go. And how many people always come when you get some free time or whatever, they come to the ocean. What is the draw of the ocean? And it's that it's timeless, and it's deep, and it's mysterious, and it ebbs and flows. It's not, consistently one way. And I think that's what beauty is. I think it's the beauty of an ocean or a person that draws people and draws nature and draws energy to you or to an ocean. And I think that there's a real great metaphor there, that we spend so much time on the outside, because I especially women, that's how you're brought up. You want to look nice. You're judged by that so many times. And we forget that that's not what draws you to people. It might initially, like I brought up suns. So I was told that initially that is what draws you. But, if something's only beautiful on the outside, that has such a short shelf life. If someone's only attractive on the outside, they're the most boring person you will ever want to meet. And I think, that people are so busy face tuning instead of soul tuning, and I think it's important that you bring up these kind of topics, especially for women to realize beauty's, transitory at best. If you're really lucky, you're going to age, and that's a good thing. But it also begins to make you have to look further inside yourself, because you become judged on different things now, the quality of your character, how deep you are.
Can you share with us some of the things that you do to work on your inner beauty? I don't know, not everybody who may be watching has had the pleasure of meeting you, but you draw people in with the beauty that you exude, the light and the energy that you bring to the world, the love that you share with every single person you come in contact with.
Thank you very much. But, I think there's some really simple things we can all do, because I think energy is a very, very important factor that people forget about, that your life force is what draws people in. And so, we were talking earlier about fitness. One of the things that's really, really important, like you said, is about taking care of yourself. And energy is like money. You've got to spend it to make it. And so, instead of telling yourself you're too tired to go for a jog in the morning, or you've got too many things to do, you just need to make it part of your routine, like brushing your teeth. Nobody ever gets up in the morning and goes, should I brush my teeth? They just go do it. Same thing with investing in your own energy, whether it's a nice walk around your block, whether it's a real workout, whatever you choose, you need to invest in creating an energy, a flywheel of energy and enthusiasm. I tell my students all the time who are like 20, 21, I should not be the most energetic person in this room. And if you're already tired at 20, I got bad news for you. You've got a long way to go. And so, taking care of yourself, I think is primary, because especially as women, we take care of so many other things, businesses, children, friends, that we kind of put that ourselves on the back burner. So number one thing that I try to do is make it be okay to be selfish. Make it be okay to invest some time in yourself. And that way you're better for everything and everyone else. So that's one thing.
That's good advice.
And I do know that Cannon comes to my bar class, tries to be a mogul plus a person. Not easy.
Not as often as I would like to, for sure.
Yeah. I also think smiling is important, especially in the time of masks, because it's not about, it's great for other people, but it's really important for your own self to smile. We say in the class all the time, smile while you're doing your 100th plie, because if you're smiling, it fools your brain into believing you're having a great time. And it's the same thing. It's behind the mask. If you're smiling like you normally would when you see people, when you walk into a store, all that kind of stuff, it sends out endorphins. It's like a little workout for your face. And how many people have you seen in beautiful cars? When I was a really young woman, I would see these women in these beautiful cars and expensive cars that cost way more than my house cost. And I'd be like, why do they look like such sour grapes? Why are you not sitting in their car going, it's got a great car, And that's your choice, right? That's your choice about how you sit and rest and what your face looks like. I always say that your face after 40 you deserve. So what is it that you're doing? And if it's just about makeup, that's not going to work. But if it's about smiling and glistening and, facing the world with it, I know I have never met a great person. I have never met a person who's accomplished a lot in life. I have never met anybody that I wanted to have as a friend who wasn't an optimist, right? Who didn't just face things with that smile and that genuine desire to look for the bright side and to look for the good things.
I tell my kids all the time, what you think about, you bring about. And I actually tell my staff. So I really do try to live live my life that way.
And you're succeeding. I can tell everyone who's listening or watching or anyone, just between you and me, I believe that you're succeeding.
Thank you. Thank you.
Another thing that I really like to do is remember the quote. It's my favorite quote. And it's not by Gandhi, everybody. It's not the Gandhi quote. But my favorite quote that leads my life is to be kind, because most people are fighting terrible battles. And we don't know what goes on in someone's life. So someone doesn't smile back at you, or someone does look like sour grapes, or someone tries to bring you down, make you feel bad. All you can do is respond with kindness, because who knows why they're being that way. It took me a long time to learn that. And most people's lives are, Henry David Thoreau said, most people lead lives of quiet desperation. And, it's tough being a human being. And it's tough being an optimist and having people think, well, you must not know how bad things are. Hell yeah, I do. But I also think it takes more courage and more strength to think about how we're going to make it better, and looking like for the good things and that kind of thing, and being kind.
I think we need that right now more than ever.
Yeah. And kindness radiates, again, just like a smile, just like energy. These are all things that come from within you instead of without you. And those things, like the ocean, are timeless,
Yeah, that's good advice. I wish we could get that on front of the news, in front of every newspaper. That's what we need right now, is that message.